Hi, this is Princess Snail, and welcome back to another video. Today we are back with Soul Branch. So, of course, Soul has been trying to become the next leader, which hasn't gone too well. And Sandy Star, our current leader, is still injured. And I think we're trying to get close to the deputy, which is literally our parent. And we are hoping to become the deputy, maybe, but we'll have to see how it goes. Wait a minute. What just happened? Wait. I. Why is Solus. What? Wait. I. This is gonna be a very short episode. Okay. Oh. 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 I, I don't know how to react to this. I just started recording. No! How am I supposed to? Oh no. Okay, well, Soul Branch was bitten by a snake and succumbed to the venom. Right. Okay, well, I'll just read what happened and we'll figure out what to do next. Conifashad stares dully at Soul, the world fading from awareness as they try to comprehend their death. All the things they'll never do together, the places Conifashad wanted to show them, the life they could have lived by each other's sides, all wiped away in an instant. Conifashad can't handle the vigil's entirety. It's far too agonizing. The loss has taken such a toll on them that they can barely find their footing and they stumble to their nest wailing for Soul Branch. That's incredibly sad. Oh, the past means Soul Branch has taken their place in the Star Clan. Eclipse Clan mourns their loss, and their clanmates will miss the spot they took up in their lives. Moments of their life are shared in stories around the circle of mourners, as those that were closest to them take them to their final resting place. Well, I mean, I guess we could check our relationships this time. Soul said something rude to Windkit because of course they did. Okay. Alright, so at least Soul got to Star Clan. That's good. I mean, what do I even do now? You know, funnily enough, I was actually thinking while I was playing, while I was like about to do this video, I was like thinking, okay, we're probably gonna finish this series soon. I guess that's gonna be the end of this series. I don't want this episode to be so short though. So I guess we can just like talk about their life and how the clans turned out and that kind of stuff because I just started recording. We can see how the cats are affected. That's a good idea. Let's see if anyone has anything interesting to say. So Yellow Ash is eavesdropping on Sporepool. Puddle Pelt has the apprentices very engaged in a very, very tall tale. Rivershot, which actually would make sense because Sol just died, so maybe distracting others is a good idea because Sol was actually their former apprentice, so maybe talking to the apprentices makes Puddle Pelt feel better? I don't know. River Shock accidentally knocks the fish back into the river. Fallen Fleck asks about weaving some leaves into the den walls. Donimoff is reflecting on the joys and the challenges of parenthood in the clan. Storm Ivy is looking for a pair to sabotage out of boredom. Fringe Petal misses the warmth that Soul Branch brought to their life. Yeah, because Fringe Puddle was Soul's adoptive mother, so that makes sense. Then Traveller is relaxing in camp. Rat is giving some advice to Rainbow Fresh. Cheval is having a good day at least. Sandy Star wants to get to know Fringe Puddle better. Oh, Soul never became the leader or a deputy, that's so sad. Ice can hear muffled footsteps while in a tunnel. Vivian is sparring with some clanmates. Spruce Screech saw a kitty pet with the fluffiest fur imaginable today. Jacko is reflecting on how different their life is now. Rainbow Fresh is wondering what the inside of a two-legged den looks like. Root Smoke is offering to lead the next patrol. Nettle Bounce wants to critique Chevel's fighting techniques. Oat River is wondering what the inside of a two-leg den looks like. Urush is giving some advice to Crouch Kit. Ivy Feather almost got lost near some two-leg nests. Conifer Shard is eavesdropping on Hoppaw. You're not even thinking about Soul? So I guess they are grieving in the medicine den, okay. Barrage Lightning has the apprentices very engaged in a very, very tall tale. Billow Newt is giving some advice to Conkerpool. Heather Pelt wants to speak to Storm Ivy about something. Grey Dusk is napping. Forest Holly is feeling unappreciated. Forest Holly is also the apprentice that Sol had. Big Paw refused to follow their mentor's recent orders due to their own morals. Conkerpaw was tasked with lining nests with fresh moss today. Wolverine Paw is eavesdropping on Urush. Curlew Paw can't wait to get back to training as soon as the sun rises. Dog Paw is hoping to not train today. And now his kits. Spore Paw helped bury Soul Branch, leaving their favourite prey at their grave. Oh. Then Hop Paw misses the warmth that Soul Branch brought to their life. Squirrel Paw is mourning Soul Branch, and Fly Kit slips out of camp to visit Soul Branch's grave. So all the kits are sad. That makes sense. And then the other little kits. So Light Kit is annoying older cats. Midnight Kit is boldly walking out of camp. Crouch Kit is repeating everything that Rattle Kit says back to them mockingly. Wind Kit recently took a tumble off a log. Wisteria Kit is rolling around on the ground. Soft Kit is taking the biggest piece of fresh prey. Rattle Kit wishes that other cats would stop babying them. Stump Kit is pestering older cats to play with them. Sycamore Kit wants to snuggle. Alright, so that's what everyone thinks. But what about Soul's dad? I know Soul had a dad. Who's your dad? I don't remember. I think he had a dad anyway. Let's see family tree parents. So that's Fringe Puddle and Donimoff. Did Donimoff have any opinion on his kid dying? Oh! Okay, he did. Is reflecting on the joys and challenges of parenthood in the clan. Although, that's probably just because he's a queen, but that makes sense because Sol obviously died, so, you know, and he was a parent. Okay. Also, I didn't actually see, how does Soul Branch feel? Is surprised to find themselves walking the stars of Silver Pelt. Me too, Soul. Me too. I wasn't expecting this to happen. Okay. We can see everyone else and how they're all doing in StarClan. So, here's Flit Star, who has been dead for more moons than they were alive. They're here to, of course, guide the Eclipse Clan cats into StarClan. And then Bub, who has been dead for 4 moons, is thinking of advice to give to a medicine cat. Oh, they're probably trying to give advice to Confishard, because Confishard's so upset. Tree Rise is curious about what Sporepaw's doing. Soul Branch is, of course, dead. I want to change his accessory back. I want him to have his other one. I don't know if I'm not able to change his accessory anymore because he's in StarClan. Okay, I don't think I can change his accessory, which is so sad, but it's fine. Then Grey Kit is worried about the clan. Grey Kit has been dead for 19 moons. That's so sad. And then Fidget Paw, who has been dead for 4 moons, wants to send a message to Fringe Puddle, which also makes sense, because Fringe Puddle is, of course, Soul's mum, who is very upset. And then Fairpaw, who has been dead for 10 moons, accidentally found themselves in Hoppaw's dreams the other night. And then Scorch Kit knows that what Wolverine Paw's secret is and wants to tell some cat who has been dead for 15 moons. Yes, I'm really not sure what else we can do now. I guess we'll just talk about what happened in the series now, because we've talked about how the other cats feel about it, how Soul feels about it, and there's not much else to talk about, so... And I don't want this episode to be too short. Because I really was not planning for him to die in this episode. I was planning for this series to go on for maybe, like, at least, like, maybe 2 or 3 more episodes. I was really hoping that he would become the deputy or the leader, something along those lines. I wasn't expecting him to die straight away at the very start. So, I mean, this series was good, I think. Sol is, like, one of my favourite characters from the books, because, in case you are unaware, I got into Warrior Cats, like, uh, I think last year in like August. Um, and it was because I started playing Cattail's Wildwood Story, and when I play games on my own, obviously, I like watching YouTube videos in the background, usually to do with the game I'm playing. So I was watching other people play that game, and they were all like people who are part of like the Warrior Cats fandom, because obviously it's a Warrior Cats esque type game. And then I got into the series, but fun fact about me, I don't like reading. So as like a little test to see if I would enjoy reading, because I kind of looked into the series, you know, I looked into all the characters and all that stuff, and from what I had learnt about the series and the characters, I really liked Sol. I thought he was a really interesting character. And I ended up reading Eclipse as like a test to see if maybe I would like the books or not. And I read it, and I did really like the books. So now I've been reading the book series from the start. I'm currently reading the first arc. I'm on book 6, so that's, I think, the Darkest Hour. I'm on that one, and I've already bought the second arc so that I can start reading that when I finish. Um, but yeah, and Sol is like my favorite character. Well, I don't know for sure if he's my favorite character anymore because I've been reading the other books, and I think Yellowfang's my favorite character, if I'm being honest. But Soul Branch, or Sol, obviously, is definitely a character I really enjoy in the books. When he does come up, I think he's an interesting character, and I kind of was just like curious to see like what would happen if he did end up joining the clans, because obviously if you know anything about the comics, which I haven't read the comics but I've seen people talk about them, Sol originally in the comics, I believe he joins one of the clans. I don't remember which clan, but he joins one of them, but ends up getting kicked out because he's basically just a really, really bad warrior. He takes takes food from foxes instead and stuff like that. He just isn't, you know, a good warrior, and he gets really upset when he isn't made a full warrior right away, and he stays as an apprentice. And so when that happens, he steals, I think, the leader's kits, and then pretends to, and decides that he'll pretend to find them so that he becomes a warrior. But someone sees him doing that, and he ends up getting kicked out the clan, understandably so. Um, and I was just kind of curious to see, you know, what would happen if Sol was, you know, a decent cat, and actually, you know, tried to be a good warrior, and that's kind of why I decided to do this series, to see if maybe, you know, if the story would take its place and kind of make him a bad warrior or a good warrior, and see how that happened. And overall, I think Sol was pretty good. I still wanted to keep his characteristics, how, you know, how they were in the books. I wanted to definitely keep that type of personality where he's still quite, you know, I guess manipulative, and he, you know, still, you know, he was going to specifically try and, you know, become friends with the deputy and become friends with the leader, because, you know, then maybe he would become the leader and that kind of thing. It wasn't out of like a clan loyalty or like respect for his leader and deputy. It was out of, you know, his own personal gain. And it was that kind of thing. And I mean, I think Sol overall, I mean, unfortunately he only lived 24 moons, but I think he still had a successful life. I mean, he had a mate and 4 kids, so that's pretty good. He obviously had an apprentice and all that stuff. But yeah, I think we are going to end this episode here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this very strange, short episode. Make sure to comment me your thoughts on Sol's life and how it has turned out. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I post this one videos just like this, so if you enjoyed this one, then I'm sure you'll enjoy all my other ones as well. And thank you so much for watching this series. Bye!